信じられん。クズどもにこの俺が負けるなど。
どんなカードでも存在する以上必要とされる力がある。クズの一言でカードを否定するあんたにデュエリストを名乗る資格などない。
Now that Sevens has become yet another anime to fall victim to the virus, I decided to look back and do an animation highlight for another old Yu-Gi-Oh show, Yu-Gi-Oh 5D's. 5D's aired from April 2nd, 2008 to March 30th in 2011. This was the third anime in the franchise and the second series to be animated in-house at Studio Gallop since Duel Monsters, also using Kazuki Takahashi's original designs, but have of course been adapted for animation by Shuji Maruyama. Episode 1 was directed by Kenji Sato, storyboarded by series director Katsumi Ono, and had Kenichi Hara as animation director. 5D's episode 1 ranks, for me at least, the best premiere episode of the franchise in terms of animation and direction. This was a big episode and a great way of announcing to the world that Gallop is back. Featuring one of Ono's strongest boards up until this point, housing some fantastic and dynamic shots and layouts, rivaling even episode 140 of Duel Monsters. I'd even say some shots here are even good enough to be a work of art. Whether it's framing Jack as this larger-than-life duel champion showered in bright white colors, or Yusei as a small speck covered in darkness, the board and direction does a great job of setting up the rivalry between these two characters, as well as showing the totally different worlds these two inhabit. Selling that point is how Neo Domino City and the Satellite are portrayed with the use of color. Domino is covered in bright whites and blues, clean and sterile, while the Satellite is covered in dark grays and blues, dirty and broken. Kenichi Hara, what can I say about one of the longest working animators at Gallop and on the franchise? While his corrections are striking, sharp, and angular, very classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Has always been the type of series that focuses on strong art over animation, especially when referring to Kagami's episodes back on Duel Monsters, and is very well known for that fact. This episode is no exception. On to the animation highlights of the episode. This episode is actually quite a treat, especially if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Super. The first highlight comes from Futoshi Higashide, who animated Red Dragon Archfiend's Hellflare attack. Higashide is the man some say even saved the future Trunks arc in Dragon Ball Super, and contributed a significant number of cuts in both the series and the Broly movie. Next we get some nice character acting as Rally runs to greet Yusei and gets scolded by Blitz and Nerve. This part could be Masaki Takeyama, and I say that very hesitantly, but it's the only thing in the episode that even remotely resembles them. Next, of course, we have Junpei Ogawa, who animates Speed Warrior's summon and attack, which I can only describe as breakdancing with some nice poses and foreshortening, some of which you can't see unfortunately due to the intense ghosting. Now as for Montage Dragon's attack, honestly my best guess for this one is Toshiharu Sugi for the smoke and beams, and that explosion at the end might be Kenichi himself. Going back to Higashide, he also did Junk Synchron's Summon Bank animation, and last but not least we have Sugi again animating Junk Warrior's final attack. Unfortunately, some of it is hidden behind some of that pesky ghosting. This is certainly a star-studded lineup, offering not only some of Gallop's best at the time, but some very talented freelancers. Yet this wasn't even the peak of what we see in the rest of the series. Anyway, that's all from me this time. Hopefully the pandemic ends soon so that sevens can return. But until then, see you in the next video and stay safe.